Another round of scattered showers with cloud cover over much of the region today. Even some snow out in western portions of South Dakota toward the hills. Beyond that, another breezy, if not windy day. High temperatures will be in the 40s to low 50s across much of the region. We do try and dry out a little bit beyond some isolated showers early in the evening out toward Aberdeen. We'll have lows in the low to mid 30s. We'll talk about the rest of your 7-day forecast, which features some dry and warm weather. And dare we say, unseasonably warm at times by the weekend. That's in a little bit, but until then, Midday in KELOLAND starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, Midday in KELOLAND.
Sioux Falls Metro Communications welcomes a new furry member to the team, Plus.
I'm Lana Zach at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where all eyes will be on the skies for the solar eclipse. I'll have that story for you coming up.
Good afternoon, and thanks for having us. A Sioux Falls man plans to plead guilty to his role in a multi-state drug and money laundering conspiracy. According to documents filed today, 37-year-old Donovan Pinkston has made a plea agreement with federal prosecutors. He's one of 24 people from Colorado, Minnesota, and South Dakota charged in the case. We first told you about Pinkston last summer when police arrested him in Sioux Falls after finding a pound of meth in a pickup. At the time, police say Pinkston claimed he didn't know the drugs were in the truck. A plea hearing has not been scheduled. On Wednesday, the Sioux Falls Water Division will begin working on its annual hydrant flushing program. Crews will open hydrants to flush out sediment buildup, starting on the north side and working south. Residents who are in the work area are encouraged to check the color of their tap water before using it. If there is discoloration, run the faucet for a few minutes until it runs clear. Water discoloration poses no threat to health or safety, but it may cause staining. In weather, it looks a lot different out in western South Dakota than it does in eastern South Dakota right now, huh, Adam?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just some small differences out there. Chief among them, the snow that you see behind me in Deadwood. But one thing that both sides of the river have is cloud cover. And that's going to be the thorn in our sides today, along with the aforementioned snow that just will not get a hint in Deadwood. They've already received upward of a foot of snow up in portions of Lawrence County, and they'll see a little bit more before we are all said and done. Compare Deadwood to Falls Park, though, as we head on over to Sioux Falls. Yeah, it's cloudy. I mentioned that's going to be the same regardless of what side of the river you're on, but at least we have green grass. Well, green-ish. We're getting there. 48, a south wind at 8 miles per hour. The wind is going to pick up a little bit as we head into the afternoon. We are in the 30s, though, up toward Watertown and Huron, 39 apiece, 38 Aberdeen and Mobridge, 34, though, as you head toward Spearfish. Compare that to 49 in Yankton and Spencer, and even 45 for Worthington and Marshall. We are noticeably chillier in portions of central and southeastern KELOLAND by upward of 10 to 13 degrees, especially toward Mitchell and Pierre, but that's bookended by slightly milder conditions. If we had sunshine in place, yeah, it'd be a decent bit warmer, but, well, we gotta go with what we have. And right now, that is the last bit of yesterday's low pressure system that is just very, very slowly getting on out of here. Still seeing some snow showers as we saw in Deadwood out toward the hills, and then rain and snow showers up toward Watertown, Aberdeen, Eureka, Mobridge, and surrounding communities. This does eventually get out of here. But eventually is the key word. We're going to have to deal with scattered showers through the afternoon. So not a complete washout where it's raining or in some people's cases snowing all day, but it's just going to be something to consider. 40s and low to mid 50s for highs today down in the southeastern portions of KELOLAND, mainly in the 40s up to the northeast. Again, with a decent bit of cloud cover and those scattered rain showers, especially in the afternoon as we head through the rest of your Monday. Out to the west, we'll see highs in the 40s and low 50s. The latter, the closer to the Missouri River Valley you go, but even some 30s in the hills and up towards Spearfish. They'll have a high of 38 compared to that 48, a little bit south on I-90, or south and east rather, on I-90 rather, into Rapid City. But everybody gets in on warmer temperatures tomorrow, and that weekend outlook is looking pretty good too. We'll talk about all of that coming up in your extended forecast.
Thank you, Adam. Today looks like a rare day of communal wonder. 99% of the continental United States will see at least a partial solar eclipse this afternoon. More than 30 million people live in the path of totality, where the moon's shadow will turn day into an eerie kind of night. Many more have traveled there to experience this natural phenomenon, including CBS News correspondent Lana Zach, who is in Indianapolis.
Thousands of people flocked to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, many of them camped out overnight for a chance to witness the solar eclipse.
It'll be cool. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
It's an opportunity to kind of share a communal event and maybe have a few moments of peace and tranquility.
Indianapolis is one of hundreds of cities and towns across more than a dozen states that lie within that 115-mile-wide path of totality, where the moon will entirely block out the sun for several minutes.
Animals who make daytime sounds stop making daytime sounds.
So the birds that we're hearing now?
The birds may start going away. Insects may go to ground. It's a little bit cooler, gets a little bit windier.
Barrett Caldwell is a professor of aeronautics and astronautics at Purdue University. He's experienced both partial and total eclipses.
It's kind of like the difference between a cool experience and a life-changing experience.
The big question is going to be about weather and cloud cover and how that affects visibility. As you can see, it's pretty bright and shiny here in Indianapolis right now. We're hoping that that will last throughout the day. Other places like Dallas, Texas, Buffalo, New York, not so lucky, but much of New England is expected to have a clear line of sight.
Katie and Jonah Sanders traveled from Utah to Caryville, Texas. Despite a significant chance of clouds, they remain hopeful.
I think it's going to clear up. I'm hopeful it's going to clear up.
The total eclipse will last more than 4 minutes in some places. That's much longer than the one in 2017 because the moon is closer to the Earth this time. Lana Zach, CBS News, Indianapolis.
And if you missed today's solar eclipse, the next one to appear in the lower 48 states is in a few years, 2044. CBS News will be offering live coverage of the eclipse in a new program, Total Eclipse of the Heartland. See what they did there? Starting at 2 o'clock p.m. and ending at 3:30 p.m.